Hey, what's up YouTube? I am Frogman back again with another Frogman's Findings. As you can tell, not in my normal venue. Not able to record in front of my games tonight as I record this. Trying to get this done ahead of the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation meetup tomorrow and the rest of my local citywides. Some of the stuff I will mention as I go is traded or potentially sold. That's part of why I'm doing this video now. If a piece gets spliced in at the end with more stuff from citywides tomorrow, that'll explain that. So I'm going to get into it. There will not be any NES stuff from my actual collection in this video. I decided to hold that off for an actual other pickup video. This is just stuff I found for citywides that's up and available for trade. Keep in mind, if you do see something you're interested in, let me know. But between now and when I would get, between recording this and when I would get it uploaded, some of the stuff may already be gone, but just let me know. So I went out this morning, started at 8 a.m. Went and did a bunch of citywides. If you can't tell, I'm exhausted. Probably hit 40 garage sales today. Struck out at a lot, but did have some luck. So, picked up a PlayStation 1 lot early on in the day. Solid price. The system's already been taken to a local game shop. Took it in for cash. As those of you who know, have been following my videos, I work on a budget, so when I can do things like that to offset the cost of a lot, I'm gonna do it. I don't think that considers me a reseller. It's just me finding a way to fund what I'm doing. I'm not in this to make a profit. I'm just in it to find good stuff and find what I want. So there's that. But anyway, got a PS1 lot. Quite a bit of good stuff. Gonna jump into it here. I haven't really looked these over since I bought the lot, so some of these are a surprise to me. It's Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits. Looks like it's missing the instruction booklet. I haven't looked at the discs of any of these yet. Andretti Racing. Cool Borders 3. That makes it a little better, I guess. Interesting note about Cool Borders 3. Just yesterday I passed on a Cool Borders 3 at Goodwill because I didn't like the difference in its CIB value versus what Goodwill was asking. So kind of funny that I picked one up today in a lot. A long box of NHL Face Off. It's a long cardboard box. I found that kind of interesting. It looks like it's missing the manual. I don't know what else would be in there, but besides the manual, but there's that. Ace Combat 2. Oh, with the siphon filter inside. Interesting. So there's that. Gran Turismo. As I'm looking here. Oh, only one disc. I was thinking it was missing one, but nope, only one disc, so that is there. Siphon Filter 2. There's both discs, the manual, registration card. Wheel of Fortune. also in there. NBA Shootout, another larger box. This one is not cardboard, it's a harder plastic, but long box. It is complete. So, like I said, all these are available. Oh, there's the Williams Arcade Greatest Hits booklet. Okay. Like I said, I haven't dug through this stuff yet. Case for siphon filter. Let's see. Empty. Okay, so that's complete. Let's see. Monopoly. It's in there. As I've mentioned before, I love Monopoly on every system. I might keep this. And then Alien Trilogy long box. But as you can tell, the box is not in the best shape. But it is there. So I got those. I've got a memory card. And there were like 3 controllers. So there's that. Next up, spiked by a sale, picked up the only thing video game related they even had, and that is a Wii nunchuck. Okay. Went to another sale, also haven't dug through these yet. Found some DS games. They were literally sitting just in a pile in the middle of the driveway. I was just surprised by the location. But I have Scrabble. Not as easy to open as I thought. Which is empty. Okay. Rhythm Heaven. Empty. I didn't check these before I bought them. Clubhouse Games. Manual's there. No game. Sega Casino. Feels empty. Sigh. I know these are worth something to somebody, but Professor Lawton, Unwound Future. What do you know? Empty. Wah, 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 wah. Kate West of the Vanishing Files. Professor Layton, The Diabolical Box. Wow. Don't I feel stupid? Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Okay. And Touchmaster. You win some, you lose some, I guess. I mean, the cases still have some value, as is, so I can't be too pissed about it. I mean, I didn't pay very much, but kind of pissed that there's no games. I'm guessing the lady didn't even know she had them. I'm thinking she was doing a sale for her and her neighbor and couldn't even remember that they were hers. So I'm hoping that they're just sitting there somewhere and like in a box or something and she forgot about them. but my gut's telling me more like she had him sitting there and somebody jacked him. Unfortunately, that's what I'm thinking. Wish I would have seen they were empty before I bought them. Oh well, not out that much. Next up, went to a sale. Only thing they had, Skylanders Trap Team Mirror Mystery Pack. I do need this. I don't get into a lot of detail on the Skylander stuff, but I do need that mystery pack. I need all those figures for my collection, so that is great. That is a win. That's like a $25 retail pack. As you can see what I paid for it on the front there. So I mean, right there was a win. And if I couldn't find it at retail, next bet was like Amazon or eBay, which was going even higher. So good day for me. Next up, waiting on that. Stopped by another sale just down the street from that one. Only thing gaming they had, one GameCube controller. I don't have a GameCube to test this on, so it is as is. And a GameStop brand pink PS2 controller. So I picked those up. Those are available as well. Also from that PS1 lot, there was an extra set of power cables, which is fine. Extra cables are always nice. I'm out of places to put stuff here. Let's see. A random set of cables, I think also from that PS1 box. Tons of those. Another PlayStation 1 controller from that PS1 lot. If you can't tell, I'm a little disorganized. Everything's in one big giant bin here. There was one more PlayStation 1 game. FIFA Soccer 96. Case is also in rough shape, but again, looks like to be complete. So another game on the list. Let's see. Stopped at another sale. I was able to get some stuff. And they had a Wii game for the price I paid. I didn't even think twice about it. Sims Castaway. It is complete. They didn't ask for very much for it, so I'm not too concerned about it, but if somebody wants it, they can have it if they want to trade for it or whatever. And I can't find much on this one, but I got WarioWare Touched, but it is unfortunately just the case and manual. However, there is a Game Boy Advanced game in there, and that is Sonic Advanced 3. Those are available as well. Unfortunately, there was no WarioWare game. I was at a loss for words there for a second. And she didn't know. She said she had a Game Boy somewhere, no idea where or anything, so that's what's there. And if I got all that stuff and that was all I got for the day, that'd be pretty good. I had, success at 4 or 5 places. But I had one other pickup. Stopped, and I left stuff at the sale. They had a Dreamcast for like $10. box, but no power cord. Thought about getting it, hem-hawed around about it, but with no power cord. I was never a Dreamcast fan anyway. It would be just something I'd take to the game shop and try to make a buck on, to offset some of my costs from today. So that just didn't interest me. They had an Xbox with a couple controllers and some games, but again, didn't interest me. It'd be the same problem. A couple things I did pick up though. Sega Genesis 32X Metalhead game manual. I don't know much about the 32X, so this is probably my first 32X game ever, but it is complete. If you saw the price sticker on there, yes, that's what I paid. I have no idea if that's a good deal, bad deal, whatever. I jumped on it hoping I was making the right call. Then I picked up a Genesis game at the same sale, sitting in the same pile, as I'm trying to hide the evidence of what I paid. I know I'm horrible at making faces, because I hate telling what I pay, because people get pissed, you know what I mean. But Sega Genesis Jeopardy, it is complete. Don't have a Genesis, it's obviously available. And then, lo and behold, look what I buy, another Monopoly. And it's complete. Also, like I said, don't have a Genesis. Thinking about holding on to it because I love Monopoly, but that one probably will be available. Like I said, if that was all I got today, that would have been great. However, I had one final thing I picked up. I paid what they asked. Got it for a hell of a deal. Already took the system over to the game store and got some cash, help funding my ventures tomorrow, like I said earlier. Oh, excuse me. The day's catching up to me, obviously. But I did pick up a N64 lot, and some of this is going to be traded. You will probably see it in an 8-bit Leprechaun video. But Jungle Green controller boxed. If I can get the dang thing open. Well, the controller is in there. I can't seem to get the dang thing open, but Oh, there it goes. Oh, I feel stupid. Okay, second time I said that today. It does have the controller. The insert and stuff is inside there. So, I don't know if, I think there's supposed to be some paperwork with it as well, which I believe I'm missing. But, Jungle Green controller. Yeah, complete. Okay. There was a black controller with memory card. Unfortunately, no box for that one. There is a Card Shark folder with another memory card. Well, that's a controller pack, but yeah. So I have those. I have the box with the cardboard insert for a N64 controller pack. Rush 2, Extreme Racing USA. The manual is not in here. Hopefully it's somewhere else in this lot. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Yeah, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Manual and other various paperwork as well. So that is complete. That'll probably be available. Didn't keep the system, so those two are available. San Francisco Rush. Also, the games in there. Hopefully, like I said with the other one, that the manual is somewhere else. We'll find out. 1080. Getting an insert. If you can't tell, I am not very good at this. I fight with my nest boxes all the time about getting them put back in right. Let's see. Turok 2. Seeds of Evil. Looks like there's a poster. There's the manual. And looks to be all complete. And finally, Doom 64. And there are some of the paperwork and stuff. I don't know if you can. There's the Doom manual, some other varying paperwork, so that is complete as well. That is probably going to be going to the Leprechaun as well as the controller. So those will probably be in another video of his. Messaged him as soon as I got the lot. Because I know he's a big CIB N64 guy, so those are probably heading his way. But that was almost all of it. There's also a surprise bag. And look, there's the manual for 1080. I have not really dug through this, so Player's Guide offer, N64 consumer information, 1080 snowboarding operations card, another N64 operations thing. Look, there's a San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing instruction booklet. Another Nintendo 64 pamphlet. Another Player's Guide thing. Another Nintendo 64 thing. Extreme Racing 2 manual. Midway warranty card. Store 64 Nintendo Power thing. Nintendo 64 manual. And Store 64 registration card. If that was everything in the thing, that would be great. I set this aside because this is the weird one. Duke Nukem 64 manual by itself. So, no Duke Nukem game anywhere in the lot. I don't know. Maybe a rental, maybe they attributed, who knows. But that's in there. So So all this stuff, like I said, minus the two things I mentioned, are going to be available for trade out of that N64 lot. So there you have it. That's everything I've picked up so far. I'm trying to put all this stuff back. Not working very well. Like I said, no Nest stuff this go. I'm going to make that a separate video. That'll be out probably within the week. Gonna have more stuff hopefully tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Sorry about the weird edit there. I left a spot very clearly marked. So if I needed to add and splice in something, I could. Obviously didn't find anything else, so that was everything I got at Citywides. Keep an eye out for my video from the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation get-together. For those of you keeping count, I was at 292 NES games, have not added any 90, I believe, on that previously owned list. So there's where I'm at. Hopefully going to chop away a bunch of those tomorrow. Until next time.